Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys all had a good night of DFS. It was a solid night for me, specifically on FanDuel. DraftKings went all right. The cash lineup cashed in double ups, so that was good. With the 252, GPP missed out on one of two. But FanDuel, we went off. I just started doing FanDuel lineups today. Just started providing for them. I put them on the website. So if you're interested, go check it out. It's just $2 a night. You'll get one lineup a night. Put up at 317, cashed out really nicely, tripled my money, so that was great. But anyway, let's talk about this 4-game slate we got for Sunday. So we got a 4-game slate for the main slate. We also got a 3-game early slate. I'll most likely be putting a free lineup on my Twitter account. So if you're interested in a free early slate lineup, go follow me on Twitter at the DFS Process. And let's see how many likes we can get on this video. Be sure to like it and make sure you're subscribed. We've been growing really fast, so I do appreciate it. But yeah, we got 4 games. Starting off at point guard, we got a couple injury news we want to monitor. Russell Westbrook is questionable, as is Carmelo Anthony. They both did not practice on Saturday, so obviously want to keep an eye on it, but thankfully it's a 7 o'clock start, so we should get the news. But we're starting off at point guard at Damian Lillard at 8.7. This guy is coming off a monster game, and his price actually dropped $100 for some reason. He put up 69 DraftKings points in only 29 minutes. Put up 50 points. He was classic Dame Lillard and absolutely erupted against the Kings. It's a great matchup against the Jazz. You know, the Jazz are a good defensive team, but point guards, especially if Ricky Rubio misses, Raul Neto, it's going to be no match. Raul Neto, Alec Burks going to be no match for Damian Lillard. He erupted for 65 against them. It was an overtime game, keep that in mind. But still, he erupted. He had a big game, and at 8.7, that price tag is way too low at home. The price tag is too low for Damian Lillard. He's a plus 9K guy, not an 8.7 guy. And obviously tonight, we don't have that many studs if Westbrook doesn't play. We got James Harden against Dallas. It's kind of a slow-paced game. I don't think I really don't want to play him in that spot. And then we got Jimmy Butler at 9.8. Would you rather play Jimmy Butler 9.8 or Damian Lillard at 8.7? Gotta ask yourself that question. They're both in great spots. I love both of those guys. But right now, I got to give the edge to Damian Lillard because his price tag is over $1,000 cheaper, and he gets a good matchup against his Jazz team. Has been struggling against point guards lately. Let's go on to shooting guard. At shooting guard, I'm going to talk about this guy. Everybody thought he would get traded at the trade deadline. He didn't, and now he's back, and that is Tyreke Evans. What is making me interested in him the most is his price tag at 7.4. As you see here, his price tag was 8.2, 8.4, 8.7, 8.8. When he was playing, the 2 weeks that he got off made his price tag drop to 7.4. And I want to take advantage of it against this OKC team. He erupted for 56 against them earlier this season, and OKC has been really bad against shooting guards this year, especially in the last 10 games. Alex Sabrinas is just no match for Tyreke Evans. Tyreke Evans should get a lot more usage. The Grizzlies are really depleted. They've already ruled out Wayne Selden for this game. Andrew Harrison is questionable with an illness, so the Grizzlies have been battling injuries all year. At 7.4, big decrease in price tag and a good matchup. I'm going to take advantage of Tyreke Evans, put him at shooting guard. All right, let's get on to small forward. At small forward, there's not a ton that I love besides Jimmy Butler at the top. I think Harrison Barnes is in a solid play at 6.3, but the blowout factor is making me off of him, and the fact that he only played 27 minutes in his first game back from an ankle injury, although he did play well. I'm going to see how he does going forward. But let's talk about Joe Ingles at 5.5. Joe Ingles has played really well as of late. 2 out of his last 3, he's gotten at least 36 or more DraftKings points. If Ricky Rubio misses this game, more usage to go around, Joe Ingles will definitely benefit. And he's just a really solid option, really good floor. Most of the time, he gets you at least like 20 to 25 minimum. Good upside at 5.5. He has 40-point upside. He'll definitely take it. And this Trailblazers team, against guards, they haven't been great. C.J. McCollum is an okay defender, nothing exceptional, and at 5.5. So a really nice price tag for him. I think he will hit value pretty easily in this spot, and it's a nice, good option at the mid-range. I'm going to skip power forward. Let's go on to center. Lots of centers I like. Could be a night where you do a double stack of centers. Cat is at 9K. He hasn't been playing very well as of late, but it is against the Kings, really bad against centers. This could be a spot where Cat really erupts. He did have a huge game against them, putting up 69.5 against the Kings in the first meeting in only 35 minutes. But right now it's been the Jimmy Butler show, but at home, Cat plays a lot better at home, averaging 47. I do like Cat a bit. I think he's going to go overlooked in a spot where Clint Capella is at 7.7 against Dallas, coming off a monster game. People will flock towards Clint Capella. I think Marc Gasol at 8.2 is a fine option, but with Tyreke Evans coming back, his usage should go down. Clint Capella 7.7 is a really solid play. He's coming off a 23.25 rebound performance against the Nuggets. But I'm going to talk about Rudy Gobert at 7K. I like Rudy Gobert a lot. He's a great defensive player. Gets some shots. He's averaging 2.4 block shots a game. At 7K, that is a pretty good price tag for him. And especially because his Trailblazers team has been really bad against centers. So take a look at it. In the last 10 games, they have been giving up the second most DraftKings points to centers in the last 10 days. So I think Rudy Gobert makes a lot of sense. He should go overlooked as well. As I said, Clint Capella should be high owned. But Rudy Gobert is even in a better matchup, as that's what the stats are saying. And most of the time, he has a really solid floor. You don't see him getting under 30 DraftKings points very often. Does have big upside to get you close to 50, if not more than 50. It's time for Rudy Gobert to have a monster, like a 5-6 block game, like 20 points, 15 rebounds. That game's coming. Hopefully it's tonight against the Trailblazers, and we all roster him. And then I skipped over power forward because I want to give you guys another guard that I like, and that guard is De'Aaron Fox at 5.9. No George Hill anymore. De'Aaron Fox. It is the De'Aaron Fox show in Sacramento. First game without Hill, he put up 33 points, 33 DraftKings points, 13 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Flirted with a triple-double. Should get more usage now without George Hill and should finally see steady minutes. Earlier in the season, he would play like 20 minutes and George Hill would play like 20 minutes. But now, he's been playing over 30 minutes. The Kings are going young since they've made the move into go young. Fox has been seeing a lot more minutes, and he's been making the most of it. Most of the time, he's hitting value. At 5.9, I like the fact that he's not over 6K yet. And we do know Minnesota is the position you want to attack Minnesota with point guards. Jeff Teague is not a good defender. So, yeah, I think De'Aaron Fox at this price tag at 5.9 is a really nice play. Good shot to get 5-6x value pretty easily in this matchup, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's it. We got Damian Lillard, Tyreke Evans, Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert, De'Aaron Fox. As of now, as always, any updates I'll post in the comments and on Twitter at the DFS Process. Thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it, and good luck tonight.